Hey everybody, I got a new mixer. I've been needing a mixer for a while to chain all my synthesizers together. I got this Keith McMillen mixer for a good price, and so far it's been pretty awesome. So let's hear what it does. I have a very simple setup. I have my Electron Octatrack with some stuff going and some samples, and I have my analog 4 with some drums, and I have some weird effects on my make noise no coast sequenced by my no control. It's a very basic setup. I got this DJ mixing desk I'm using that's foldable so when I travel. So let's have a hear at it. So right now, I like this. These touch pads are just amazing. So you can just use your fingers to control it. So if I turn the volume up, this is the master volume. That's my analog 4. That's my no coast and no controller. I love how you can just touch the pads. And this is my I got a Trump track that I make on my Octatrack. So this is great. One thing I really like is the effects. You have a bunch of effects, like you have compressor. So you press the compressor, you can apply the compressor to your globally. So that's if you want the whole mixer to apply it to every track, you can just apply it. Or if you just like want to compress one or more tracks, you can apply the compressor to those tracks based on what level you want. So it's nice for audio. So it amplifies the audio, tightens it up. Then you have reverb, which is really nice. So in reverb is actually this little button called verb. It says verb. Just press verb. You can do it globally or independently tracks. So if I don't want reverb on every track and I just want it on some, you can do that. So we probably want to add some more reverb to the no coast. A little bit on the globally. Bring our drums back in. Reduce the sample. So I'm still learning it. This is just a wonderful mixer. I kind of wish it had more inputs. It only has 8, and it has 10 outputs. I don't know why they designed it that way. I think more inputs, less outs would probably be a better design. Like I wish they would come out with one with 20 inputs and maybe 20 outputs. With people having so many synthesizers. But yeah, it's a great device. I'm still learning it, but I love the touch controls, and it's got a built-in audio MIDI. So the problem I was having, like with my gear, is I have a modular, and also have these other synths like my make noise. And just trying to chain them into the Octatrack analog 4 was just a big pain in the butt. You know, I tried the MIDI interfaces, and yeah, maybe I'm stupid and I'm not that good on some of this stuff, but I went back and forth with forums and support, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. And I was like, well, you know, I need a mixer anyways. That way, if I do shows in the future, I can just plug in the mixer to one PA system and not have to worry about levels. Because I've had trouble at shows with levels, and it just makes my job much easier. So I love it. It's great. It's I got a good deal on it. I was got it for like I think $600, which is pretty good. It's a great little mixer, and it sounds great. And I can still mix within my gear, like my Octatrack and my Analog 4 and whatnot. And it's great. And so I got this mixing table I use, so it's a lot of fun. And I had my modular hooked up to it earlier, and it worked pretty good. So it just saves me a lot of headaches and allows me to mix. So it's definitely a nice device. And interface is so easy to use. You got other things like EQ and gate, and then there's also other things here like pre-delay. You know, I don't know how to. I have to figure these out. Probably have to read the manual and do some more checking. But yeah, it works great. The effects are good. I don't need a lot of effects because I have my Octatrack and Analog 4. But the reverb and the delay and stuff is a nice touch, and the compression helps tighten up the samples. So when I press compression, so if you look at compression, so the volume, right? So if you don't have compression, if you listen to without compression, and then after, and you got reverb. So this is nice. I mean, I'm still learning, so it's great. And you can mute tracks too. If you hit the shift key, you know, for example, you hit the shift, you can mute, right? So you can mute the whole thing. You can mute different tracks. So it's kind of nice how you can do that. I love the touch interface. In fact, now that I like this so much, I want to get the Q Nexus controller. Just that touch controller is so nice for stuff. It works really good. So yeah, so this is really cool. So yeah, it works great for what I'm trying to do. And you can do a whole shift unmute too as well. You know, so if you want to mute tracks, you can do that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. So you can just shift and mute. I wish I had longer fingers. See how I just shift? I have the shift key down. You just shift, mute it. So if I want to mute, I don't have anything connected to 1 through 4. All my stuff is on 6, 7, and 8, just to make it easier to chain it together. So you do shift to mute and unmute. So if you want to mute it, see, I muted it. And it's just so instantaneously and quick. I mean, it's just amazing. I have to watch some videos and try out these functions. And here, there's stuff here I need to figure out. There's delay here. So if I press this, I think you have to do, not sure how that works. I think there's something where these keys work. They're not lit up. Oh, okay, you gotta hit the shift key. Oh, cool. So I guess there's like a shift and then you gotta go. Yeah, so I'm just learning this device. So I guess to light those up, you hit shift and then you can hit play. Not sure how that works. Yeah, so this is kind of cool. I have to read up the manual more, but yeah, I'm not sure what those do. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Just learning how to use this thing is just amazing. Sounds really good.
I'll show you that in a second.
And you can just mute the tracks. So yeah, I like this thing. I can see in a club in low visibility how useful it is because everything lights up and it's tactile. So yeah, well done, Keith McMillen, on your K-Mix. I love it. It's a great mixer.